up, War Rapport family? We are back. Facts or no? Right here for y'all. Hey, I got the whole crew here with me. We about to get in these rapid fire questions. Are y'all ready to do this?
Yeah, let's go.
Sir. Facts or no? Auburn will have more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns this coming up season.
I'm going facts on this one. Tank Bigsby, you heard it here first, will lead the SEC in rushing touchdowns next season. I think, again, better play calling leads to more scoring in the red zone, which means that our all-SEC rusher will have all the SEC touchdowns. Facts on this one. We will have more rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns in 2021.
I'm going facts on this one. Actually, Auburn had more rushing touchdowns than they did passing touchdowns last year. And with this coaching staff, they're actually going to make the running game the focal point of the offense, take advantage of Tank Bigsby, even Sean Shivers, who appears to be having a good spring and off season, as well as taking advantage of Bo Nix's legs. You see them mix it up in the red zone, capitalize off of that, and I think this year Auburn will definitely have more rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns. That is a fact.
I'm going to say fact with a little reluctance because really red zone running game is determined by how well your offensive line is going to play. We don't know how much of a leap we're going to take in the offensive line yet. Early reports from spring camp say that the defensive line is kind of eating the offensive line's lunch. Now, it's early. We can't make too many assumptions off of that. But if the guys up front can't get it done, then there may not be enough room for Tank and Shivers to operate. But Bo running is a wild card, and I expect them to utilize that as much as they try to make him throw because, let's be honest, we don't know how well Bo's going to throw. So I'm saying facts. We're going to run more touchdowns than passing touchdowns.
I'm going to go facts here as well. Listen, as Caesar already said, we did this already last year. I think we continue the trend of having more rush touchdowns than passing touchdowns. I do think that we're going to be a little more balanced on offense this year. But the way that we're going to find the end zone is going to be on the ground this season. I anticipate both Tank Bigsby and Bo Nix to have record seasons as far as what they have been producing so far in their careers at Auburn this year in touchdowns scored. We'll talk about maybe some of that stuff later in another facts or not. But for now, rushing touchdowns more than passing touchdowns this season. Fact.
Okay, fellas. Facts or no, Malcolm Johnson will crack the starting lineup at wide receiver to start the 2021 season.
I'm going to say facts. And it's not because I have any concrete evidence. Shedrick Jackson is hurt. He's the most senior wide receiver, and we don't have any idea what his standing is with the current coaching staff. Kobe Hudson took snaps. Savion Capers took snaps. We have no idea. So listen, I say it's wide open. Why not? Why can't Malcolm Johnson start? Why not? Sure, it's a fact.
I think I'm going to go nah on this one, actually. Usually when you look at starting lineups, they're going to list 3 wide receiver positions. And if you ask me who those 3 would be right now, I'd go with Savion Capers, though he had been limited a little bit so far in the spring. Kobe Hudson would be the next one. And y'all already know Elijah Canyon is my guy, so I'm going to put him at the 3 spot. I think that Malcolm Johnson is just outside of that group at that 4th one. And then, Shedrick Jackson, he's the seniority guy in there, so we'll see where he falls in line after he gets back from his injury. But for right now, I'm going to have to say nah.
I'm going to say nah, but I don't know who's going to end up cracking the starting lineup. It's a wide open contest, and I want to see all these guys compete. Javaris Johnson has actually looked pretty good from what I've been hearing. So you just don't know. And I don't have we talked about receivers in the past few weeks. I'm just not sure who's going to take the next step and be the guy. There's a lot of fan favorites. I think when the dust is settled, I don't know if Malcolm's going to be in that starting lineup, but I don't have any concrete evidence. I'm just going with my gut, and my gut is saying nah here.
Well, I'm going facts on this one. Capers came into camp hurt. Shedrick Jackson is hurt. They ran Malcolm Johnson with the ones. He is getting valuable snaps over those guys right now in spring camp. And he is the leading guy to replace Anthony Schwartz as a speed guy to take the top off the defense. He's the least likely to be overthrown on a deep ball. So I'm going facts. Malcolm Johnson will crack that starting lineup to start the 2021 season.
All right, facts or no? The Auburn offense scores 35 points or more in the season opener.
I'm going facts because they better. All right, this is Akron we're talking about. This is not SEC competition. For the first time in a few years, we're actually starting out with a cupcake, it appears.
Facts.
So yes, they need to score more than 35 points on offense with no help from the defense on offense. I'm going facts here.
I'm going facts on this one. I hope. Because if they do not, we're in for a long, long season. As Caesar mentioned, no help from the defense, just straight up offense. We should be able to put up 35 points. I want to see the backups, and I'm going to go ahead and say 35 points by halftime. So we can get our backups some valuable playing time, get guys some meaningful game experience before we head into SEC play in week 5. So I'm going facts. I hope we can put up 35 on Akron by halftime.
So I'm going to go facts on this, but I want to tell you why I'm saying facts. I think that our defense is going to put our offense in a very opportunistic position to score a lot of points. I don't know if that's going to be solely based upon offensive dominance or a lot of short fields, but I do think that we can put up at least 35 points against Akron in the opener. I do think it's going to take a little time for the offense to get going, so I don't expect to see a lot of long drives where we're just like dominating on the offensive front. But I will say offense scores the ball enough to put up 35 points from the offense. Facts.
Yeah, I'm going to say facts for the clean sweep. Listen, if we can't put up 35 points of offense against Akron, we can just mail in the whole year. We're talking 7-5. They've got to be able to push around the little guys with all this strength training and strength and conditioning focus. At the very least, we should be able to brute force a smaller opponent, even if we don't have the X's and O's quite down like we need yet. So, yes, I'm saying facts.
All right, fellas, facts or nah? Auburn has at least 3 players voted to the All-SEC first team in 2021.
I'm going to go facts on this one. I think we are going to at least have 3 players All-SEC first team. I think it's going to be 2 on defense and 1 on offense. I'll leave it up to your imagination to determine who those people are going to be, but I think you know who I'm thinking about on offense. Those defensive players, that's a little bit more of a wild card, but I do think we get at least 3, so I'm going to go facts.
I'm going nah. It'll be close. We know which one is going to be on offense, Tank, all SEC, unless something catastrophic happens. Knock on wood. Defense, I say Papo or Zacoby McClain, but not both. I think one of those is going to get more shine than the other, probably from the system adjustment and both of them being in a much better position to make plays. But I don't know, man. Those all SEC teams haven't been kind to us in the last 20 years or so. So, nah, I don't think we're going to get it. Not that they won't deserve it, but nah, they're not going to get it.
I'm going facts on this one, right? Tank Bigsby, either Zacoby McClain or Owen Papo, and pick one from the secondary, from what will be the best secondary in the SEC in 2021. So I'm going facts on this one. I think 3 is a slam dunk this year. We got a new system. Some guys are going to have a lot of opportunities to show off what they can do in these new systems. We got the motivation. We got the strength of training going. I'm going facts on this one. 3 on the All-SEC first team.
I'm actually going facts here as well. Starting with Tank Bigsby, we get the running game going. That means the defense isn't on the field as much, which means they're going to be fresh, being opportunistic, and I expect a linebacker to get on the first team list, as well as someone from the secondary to get on the first team list. I think this is a year to do it, and I think with us revolving our game plan around the running game, the defense getting a lot of rest, I think this is going to make these guys better, seeing as though they're not on the field as much. You want to see them actually play much better and actually get on that list. I see 3 guys getting there this year. I'm going facts.
All right, you know what time it is. It is time for the fan question of the week. This week, it comes courtesy of LLC_focal, and he tweets, facts or no? Auburn will have the best linebacker core in the SEC this season. What are we thinking?
I'm going to go nah on this one, but it's going to be close. I think that there will be a lot of opportunities in this 3-4 for some guys to fly to the ball and make plays and make tackles and get interceptions. But I just can't see it being the best linebacking core in the SEC here. There's a lot of things that are going to factor into that. So, how we do on offense and the types of situations that they find themselves in defensively will have a lot to do with situational football that will determine whether they're the best linebacking core in the SEC. So, I'm going to go nah on this one, but I think that they will play well.
I'm going nah here as well. Not that I think this will be one of the most talented linebacking core in the SEC, but they're learning a new system, and a lot of their success is going to depend greatly on the defensive front in terms of setting up opportunities for these guys. And I think it's going to be a work in progress. And while I think you may have 1-2 guys flourish in this linebacking core, I think for them to operate as a strong group throughout the season is going to be tough to ask in a new system. So I'm going nah, but I think they're going to be pretty good. Just not the best in the SEC. Nah here.
Yeah, I'm thinking nah as well. And again, we'll have talent, but if you heard our building report with A.T. Williams, he was saying that a 3-4 needs big outside linebackers. Ours aren't that big. I think we're going to have a little bit left to be desired because whoever's playing inside has either missed a year in Wooten or would be converting back there in Moultrie maybe. Too many question marks, a lot of talent. We got the right coaches. I think they'll be productive, but not the best.
I feel like we went from all sunshine to all gloom here, but I'm actually going to go nah on this one as well. I was expecting somebody to come facts with this, but listen, I do feel like we have some talented guys. I think we're going to have one of the better linebacking duos, right? But as a group and as a unit from top to bottom, there's so many unknowns. It's a little too early for me to make a prediction that they will be the best in the SEC. Again, like everyone else said, I think we have tons of talent there, yet to be seen how they're going to improve as the season goes along. But for right now, I'm going to have to say nah. All right, War Report family, that's it for another great edition of Facts or Nah. Listen, we love hearing you guys' opinions about this stuff, so right down there in the comment section, that's your opportunity to do that. Outside of that, you need to make sure if you want to get featured right here on Facts or Nah and have your question be the fan question of the week, you need to tweet at us, #FactsOrNah, @The War Report. As far as all the rest of this, you know what to do. You're clicking like right now. You're clicking subscribe if you haven't done that already. Make sure you go and like our social media pages. That is @The War Report on Instagram and Twitter. If you're on TikTok, we are TW Report. That's all for this time. Until the next time, and as always,